Microsoft announces Windows 10, one platform to rule them all. Evidence begins to emerge on what to expect for iOS 8 in the future. And Samsung responds to Gapgate on the Note 4 and says its aluminum are so separated on some Galaxy Note 4 units that you can actually stand a credit card between them. And according to Samsung, this does not affect the functionality of the Galaxy Note 4 in any way. And this does not show any sort of bad manufacturing processes from the company. Not said textually, but sort of what they said, which makes me wonder if you agree with that, because I certainly don't. Now let's talk about Apple, and specifically iOS 8.1 beta, which just got seeded to developers. We still don't have any details on what we're getting here, but the one we do know is that it does bring support for Touch ID on the iPad, making the rumors of an iPad being launched in October with Touch ID to be more credible. But in addition to that, we hear about iOS 8.2 and 8.3, and it seems that what we're getting here is support for Apple Pay, which is great, and we also seem to be getting split screen options for the iPad as well on either one of these updates, in addition to support for the Apple Watch. This should happen later this year. One of the coolest features of this phone is that it won't be so big. First claimed that it won't be a 5.9-inch display phone. This time we're getting a 5.5-inch display phone. Hopefully we get a better fingerprint scanner and better options. Let's see what HTC brings to the table, hopefully in October. Now let's talk about Google's future Nexus smartphone. We've been dubbing it the Nexus 6, though we're still not sure if that's the name. We get more rumors that the previous name that we talked about, Nexus X, because of its similarities to the Moto X, are probably not going to happen. Apparently it will be called the Nexus 6 because the 5.9-inch display does match this, though we do believe that this will just be a bigger Moto X. Not sure if we're getting two smartphones, a Moto X and a bigger chassis, and the Nexus X or Nexus 6, but time will tell. And finally, for the very hot news of the day, we get Windows 10 announced by Microsoft today. No, not Windows 9, Windows 10, which makes you wonder since we're currently on OS 10. And what even makes it more interesting is the fact that this is one platform to rule them all. One store, one platform to work on every form factor, meaning that your computer, your tablet, and your smartphone would be running Windows 10. Which reminds me of the iPhone launch. Remember? iPhone runs OS 10. There are so many similarities here between Apple and Microsoft right now, but there are some significant changes with Windows 10, starting with the fact that you get the old UI mixed with the new UI, meaning you do get the Metro tiles, but these are part of the UI. You don't get a separate UI, which is amazing. This is great. This is probably the way Microsoft should have done it from the beginning, in addition to the fact that these UIs will be ported to tablets and will be ported to phones, in addition to the store as well. There is so much to expect from Windows 10, starting with the timeline. We don't really know when we're getting it since Microsoft is terrible on this, but news are still developing. At the time of the recording of this video, Microsoft was still announcing it, so let's see what Steven discovers in the future with more news to come. But that leads me to the question of the day. What do you think about Windows 10? Do you think that Microsoft is going in the right direction? Because in my case, I do believe so. I do believe that I do like what I see with Windows 10, but leave us a comment down below. What are your thoughts?